Andrew McCART, IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm here in Sheffield. With me I've got Dave Allen and Anthony Tomlinson. I spoke to you both yesterday and today, Anthony.
Yep.
But I just wanted to get a wee more in-depth conversation with you because you've got quite a good relationship going on. Yep. I mean, you sing his praises, you call him my best friend. Yep. Just talk to me a little bit about your relationship with Anthony.
Well, I met Ant about 7.5 years ago. And, well, it was September 2012 it was. Dennis Hobson's gym. I was just turning pro at the time. I was just training for my first professional fight, and I was on the speedball. I've got a weird memory. I was on the speedball and I turned around and Ant was there. Ant's partner at the time was there, and I met Ant and met her, and I was like, oh, they're nice people. And carried on training for the next couple of weeks. Ant used to come down, used to talk after I'd finished training, because I'd always finished Ant was starting. And then at the time I used to sit and watch Ant train. He used to sit with his partner at the time, and I used to just sit and we used to watch Ant train. And literally for 6 months I was just sitting. I used to finish training, I wouldn't go home, I'd just sit and watch Ant train.
Is that how good he is?
No, he was just starting out. It wasn't. I don't care if Ant can box or not. I don't care if he wins his next 100 or he loses his next 100. It would make no difference to our friendship. It was just a weird one. We just struck a real nice friendship from the get-go, and I used to sit behind watching train. And that was it. It was a weird one, yeah. We just hit it off straight away, yeah. So.
You told me an interesting thing about Anthony. You've got quite an interesting backstory.
Yeah.
Have you ever told this backstory before, or
Yeah.
do you mind just elaborating a little bit more on sort of your backstory and how sort of this relationship back in 2012 came about?
Yeah. So what it was, as in, like you said, I was a gang-related kid in and out of prison. Got out of prison in 2012. Went to for my first boxing gym. Like you said, I come along and I met Dave, and I just say it off like you're saying. We've become best friends since then, and like even when Dave's in camp or I'm in camp, like if we don't see each other for a bit, like we'll come in and there's like no times being missing at all. That's how you know that you're good friends. Yeah, really good friends.
Are you obviously your backstory being in and out of prison? What changed for you from the point where you thought, right? Was it boxing in particular? Was it meeting Dave, or? Because obviously you said you were in and out of prison, but what was the turning point in your life where you thought, right, I'm done with that part of my life, and I just want to focus on boxing 100%? Was it the training? Was it meeting Dave? Was it getting punched in the face? What changed for you?
Every single bit of it plays a massive part in it, from changing my life. Like you said, Dave on certain things in my life. Dave's been there for me, you know, like, and do this, do that, like, no, don't do this, you know what I mean? Like, so he's always been there for me. My son come along, boxing, like, I can't thank Dave enough, because like I won't be where I am now. Like, I keep saying this all the time. I won't be where I am now if it wasn't for Dave within my career. And he goes, he goes, no, I would have never met Steffi Bull. I wouldn't, you know what I mean? I wouldn't be in fights where I am for now if it weren't for this man. He's done a massive thing. I can't thank him enough for what he's done for me. Yeah.
I can see you getting a wee bit emotional, Dave. How do you feel when you hear the big Anthony say that about you?
No, because you see, when we met, I had no idea at the time. I didn't know who Ant was. I'm from Doncaster. You know what I mean? That was just when I was training in Sheffield in 2008. But I was a 16-year-old kid who used to go to the gym and go home. I had no idea who Ant was, no idea what he'd been involved in. And from that day to right now, if I would never known, I would never have guessed.
No,
he's grown and matured into the nicest man in the world. No one has a bad word to say about him. You can't. He just. He's just such a nice man. You would never guess. You know.
I'll echo that, because when I met you in Manchester, I've spoke to you a couple of times off camera in Manchester. I've spoke to you on camera here. I've spoke to you a couple of times off camera here, and there's not one thought in my mind about your past. I've always thought you come across as a right gentleman, and you're well spoken. You've got nothing but nice things to say about everybody. Do you know what I mean? So I can echo what David.
Do you know the thing is? The thing is having right people behind you and people that want you to do well. And like you say, Dave's been there from day dot, from when he's like when I come out of prison. Like Dave's been there from then, and he's still there now. You know what I mean? So like, it's crazy really, and like he's doing what he's doing with all lads, what he's got now, and he's always there for them in their life. And like, I can have a better person around you than Dave Allen. You know what I mean? I did.
You've got a huge smile on your face when you said that, which is good to hear.
Yeah.
Anthony, for you, do you need Dave Allen to keep boxing for these big shows and stuff like that, so he can bring, obviously with Terry Harper as well, but do you need David to continue boxing, continue maybe taking it maybe a little bit more serious, and maybe fight for the British title and stuff like that, bringing shows back to Doncaster, back to South Yorkshire, back to these areas for you to get on the undercard, for you to develop?
like you said, this is like the opportunity to like both of us were boxing on, we're boxing on the same show together, like Sheffield Arena, like on a matchroom show, like you could have not written it, like you said, 6-7 years ago, and it's happening. And I'm not. To have Dave, like you said, just in general, just around me, forget about boxing. If we put boxing aside, Dave's more than capable to be British champion and move on and do what he needs to do, you know what I mean? Definitely a British champion there, Commonwealth champion, you name it. Dave's got it in him, he just needs to do it if he wants to do it. But put boxing out, I don't, we'll go beyond boxing. If I didn't box, Dave didn't box, it's not going to make any difference to my friendship, no.
Well said. Dave, for you, excuse me, do you feel like in your career, when you look back in your career from today, do you think that you've always boxed people below you and people well above you? You've never boxed anyone really sort of at your level, so to speak?
I mean, I've had a few. Dick Webb, I think, Bracamonte, you know, Nebo.
Lenroy Thomas, maybe?
Yeah, Lenroy Thomas. I've had a few 50-50s. There's been a few 90-10s in my favour and their favour. You know, my career's been a madden. You know, look at Ant's career. Ant's got the perfect career. You know, you have the journeyman, you step up a little bit, you're 6 and 8 rounds, then you're going to area title fights, won an area title, and now he's looking to move on to the British and Commonwealth title. They've done it the correct way. You know, he's done it really well. And I think we all should go the route that Ant's gone down, but I didn't go down that route for one reason or another. One, because I'm very impatient. Just one,
money
basically.
Hungry. Money hungry.
Not money hungry, because I never cared for the money really at all when I was younger, and I just wanted to box everybody, you know what I mean? I've painfully found out it wasn't probably the best idea, but I don't regret nothing, but probably wish I would have gone about it the same way Ant's gone about it, because every fight he's had to work to win the fight, you know, he's had to improve up to that level, and Saturday night is only the same again. He has to improve up to this level now, I'm sure he can do that, but he's had 11 fights and he's done it 11 times before, so just the same again, I guess, yeah.
I'm going to have to put this question out there. You're fighting in the final limit for the British title. You've spoke about the British title this year, that you want. You can become British heavyweight champion. What does it mean? Obviously, this is a question for both of you. What would it mean to you for the end of this year for you to have the British title and for you to hold the British title at the same time? How would you feel? How would you feel?
Well, can you go back to Empress, Jim? Can you remember when we said that?
We've been talking about us being British champions since 2013-14, you know, and like I said, everyone was training. Wherever I've gone as a pro, Ant's come as an amateur kind of thing, you know what I mean? So when Dennis Hobson, who was there, when I went to Steffi Bulls, he came over there, and now we're back training in the same gym again. Not got the same trainer, but we're back in the same gym. We always seem to come together. Yeah, it's one of them. So, and I'll say this, and people won't believe me, but I'd be happy to see him British champion than myself. And that's genuinely how I feel. I feel the same way about Ant and Danny, you know. Not JX, I don't know him that well. So I'm not bullshitting. You know what I mean? Yeah. Genuinely. Yeah. So
Jay just wants to be loved.
Jay just wants to be famous, but he'll never be as famous as me and Danny. but we Ant, like, he wants to win the British title, and like Ant, he wants to win it for his kids. You know what I mean? And like I said, I'm not seeing his kids so I see Linnea every Tuesday, and I love seeing him, you know I do, and I'd be so happy for him to win it for them, because you know, they're Ant's kids, so I love them because they're his kids. So Saturday, genuinely, I get a bit emotional talking about it sometimes, but Saturday I'd be so happy for him. I need him to win Saturday. Even winning Saturday is more important for me than him winning it, you know.
You said that in the press conference, dude.
You know, I'm not gonna. It's not for me to say, but I'd love for him to win the British title and take it back to his kids when, you know what I'm saying, when the time is right. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it made me really happy about it.
I can feel that. Yeah,
genuinely, I'd be so happy.
I've never seen you emotional, David. This is quite weird.
You know, and Danny, I care very much for him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. I can feel that.
You put like you say, put boxing aside. Like literally, we've all been through a lot together. You know what I mean? Forget about boxing. In our own lives and what we've gone and talked to each other about. You know, like we're there for each other, and that's what best friends do. You know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Saturday night then. How you said in the press conference? You said it there yourself. You'd be more happy for Anthony to win his fight than you win your fight, so to speak. And you said in the press conference that you wanted to be on this bill just because Anthony's fighting on this bill, and obviously Terry Harper's fighting on this bill. obviously, Dorian, you're facing Dorian Dutch. He's been in with some big names. He's no mug. Do you know what I mean? It's not these people we bring over from overseas, like the Czech Republic and Germany and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's going to come and fight. Yeah. How do you stay mentally focused, knowing that Anthony's fought beforehand, and obviously Terry's fighting after you? How do you stay in your own mind? Because I know the type of person you are, Dave. You're quite a...
Yeah. I'm not sure the running or I'm not sure. I'm not sure what all the main Ant are on.
I think I've got.
You're the last on Facebook.
Yeah, live Facebook. Yeah.
So it will have an effect. It will have an effect. You know, whatever the result may be, we have to think anything is possible in this game. So, but I'm fighting Donnie and Darts, right? It's 6 rounds. If I can't beat Donnie and Darts, no disrespect, time for me to pack the game in. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Boxing for me is as simple as getting in the bath. You know what I mean? Like, I can get in the bath easy. You know, it is though. Like fighting for me is not really. I don't really worry about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? You put me chuck me pair of gloves now, I'll do 6 rounds with anybody. That's how I am. So, but yeah, I guess so. You know, I think the world of Terry, and I do, and I know Ant does. Ant's got a close relationship with Terry than I have, but I think the world of her. But it's different when Ant boxes. Like, I love Terry to bits. I wanted to win. I've got everything crossed for her. When Ant boxes, it's different. It's different. It's a different again. You know what I mean? Because it's a you know what I mean? It's a real it's a real man love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I worry for him when he boxes, when Danny boxes. You know what I mean? Because when you're not in a proper fight, you're doing a 4-round against a journeyman, or Danny's boxing some kid who's 6 months younger and they've lost a few. Don't worry about it. Saturday night's a proper fight.
Good fight.
And I'm proud
of him
quite well.
And
I'm proud of him as well, because he's gone from Jay Dixon to Kyle Fox, Tron beating kids for the area title. Then he boxed Rob Hunt, 26-5-2. Now he's fighting Stuart Burt, who's 11-1-1. Do you know what I'm saying? These are all proper fights. The last 3 fights I've done this one, I'm weird. You know what I mean? It's proper fights. I'm proud of him. You know, when he first turned pro, I thought, well, what's he going to do? I'm not sure. What can he achieve? I don't know. And luckily, he's absolutely flying. And I'm really proud of him. I tell him all the time.
You ever spot each other? We turn around?
For David Allen's famous song.
I like to swear at everybody.
I've actually had a good friend of mine seen the Instagram story that I put up, and he's a heavyweight up in Scotland, and that he's like, oh, Dave Allen's a man. Dave Allen, I love Dave Allen. He's honest, he speaks the truth. And I was like, comes to Scotland now. He says when he's up in Scotland, I'll get him to sparring. And I fucking love that, Andrew. Please sort that out.
I would as well.
So you know what I mean? He's a southpaw as well. I'll show you a wee video of him. His name's Tyrone Henry. So
no, I like yeah, I mean, of course. If I have known longer than 5 minutes, we're sparring. You know what I mean? So I love it. But
have you hurt him?
Oh, Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't be saying that. Nah.
Where am I in the gym?
No, we've had some. Me and Ant over the years.
Yeah.
You know, this video for me, I just wanted to get. I'm glad you can get across this relationship. We've got a fantastic relationship.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? We're like brothers, and you know how I know we're close. He took on Danny like Danny's like my kid, innit? He took him on exactly the same. When he sees Danny, he helps him out, like and does things for him and that. And I just think, you know what I'm saying? The same way when I see Renee when she comes in the gym, straight away it's the baby girl, you know what I mean? And that Danny's my little boy, innit?
Oh, we all know that. Big daddy, El Papi.
It's just great, and boxing brought us together. Boxing's so great, because without boxing, we wouldn't have been in the same circles. You know what I mean? We're in totally different circles. So
I can definitely see the bromance and the love that you two share, man. It's good to see, and even with the other 3 that you've got, maybe so much Jay because you've just sort of committed, but Liam as well, and I can feel that the love you have for these kids. And
you know when someone's a real decent, good person, and they're real good and decent, and they'll do out for me, I love them to death. And to be honest, I've only really met 3 or 4 of them in my life. Do you know what I'm saying?
I better be fucking one of them.
I don't know you well enough. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not a liar. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ant and Danny, Liam's getting there. And
you said 4, you better name one more.
Yeah, my mum.
Alright.
No, but you know what I mean though, like if I rung him and said, look, this needs to be done, no matter what it is, I know he does it. And he knows the same from me. And Danny the same, Liam the same. Anyone else, I'm a bit busy.
I'll remember that for next time. I'll phone you then.
But I'm so proud of him.
Yeah, I can tell. I can tell. But like, I want to go back to that. Like, can you imagine? Like, you know how you get some the gyms and stuff like that when all their fighters have got their titles and they hang over the ring and they've got their titles over the ring and whatnot. How would it feel for you to, like, maybe 50 years down the line when you're old and grey, you might have grandkids by then, Dave, you never know. When there's a photo of you and Anthony in a ring, both of you've got your British titles over your shoulder. I mean, how does that make you feel? If you just take a moment to think about that, how does that make you both feel?
I don't know, it's a huge moment that you have to think about and take in right about now. Just like something that you can't just think, because when it hits you, wow. Yeah. So just imagine that.
People always say, what's your greatest moments in boxing? Yeah, obviously you got Webb and Brown, and you know, doing Danny's corner for when we had the first fight together, when I was in the corner. You know, and I always say, you know, one thing I never say, because it's not one of the things that people want to hear, really. You know, a lot of the times you're interviews, people really want to hear, oh, I beat Lucas Brown, or I did this.
You did not.
When he won his Yorkshire belt, let me tell you now, we were downstairs in the Emperor's gym. We was warming up downstairs on the pad, yeah, and he was boxing for the Yorkshire belt. I think it was for the under 15 Yorkshire belt at the time. Under 15 bouts it was at the time, and we was downstairs in the thing, and I had a Team Truth polo top on, yeah. He went upstairs, yeah, and boxed. The kid was quite good actually, and he beat him. And I'll tell you something now, yeah. The feeling when he won that fight for that Yorkshire belt, I swear to God, there's not many moments were better than that. I was so emotional. He had that big blue, with a big blue, like a blue belt. Yeah. Honest to God, I'm thinking about it now. I was so happy. I can just remember going out the ring, had this big belt, always like that, and it's always fucking had loads. There more for damage fights than from the pro fights. And it was just.
There's pressure on you to win this fight on Saturday, because you're up before him. If you don't win, then he's going to be. The way I'm sounding, you need to win this fight. There's no pressure.
I ain't questioning. Like I said, I've not had this camp to even question about even thinking about the other side. If not winning, I'm in there. I'm going to win Saturday night. That's how confident I am. You know, I'm confident in my ability. I'm being confident in my camp. Like Dave's seen how hard I've trained for it. I step it up every time. So there's not if I'm going to win.
It's so professional, you know what I mean? Yeah. I've been around loads of pros, and him and Terry, but him especially, because I'm a bad influence, me. I ring him, hey, I'm going here, do you want to come something to eat? No, I can't, alright.
Heavyweights don't need to make weight.
Heavyweights
don't need to make weight.
Honestly, if I had his professionalism, yeah, I'd be a top 10
player in the world.
I promise you. I promise you now. He's so professional. So professional. Whatever, you know, any fight Ant's ever had, whatever happens, he will. When I'm 80 years old, I'll go, God, what, I could have done that, or if I'd have done this. He's never got that. He does everything so proper, and that's why I admire it as a boxer. He looks at me sometimes and thinks, oh well, because I've had a good career, you know what I mean, and he thinks, oh, I wouldn't mind if I'd have done that. Oh, he'd done this. I look at him and I think, I admire him because he fucking puts 100% in every time. I respect it so much. He's in bed at 8 o'clock. Do you know what I mean? He eats shit in a bowl. And I just think, and I just admire it so much, and I guess for that I admire all the professional boxers out there that take it serious, because there's not many take it serious, and I mean really serious. I don't even have one meal out of the place. I won't go to bed at 10 minutes after time. It's unbelievable to see, and I've trained with all the best fighters in the world, and only really Anthony Joshua, I would say, matches him for complete professionalism.
Wow.
I've never seen nothing like it in my life, and that's why it's so good. And whenever the most natural, it was hard work for him at the start. It was hard work. He was a bodybuilder. He was in bodybuilding. It was hard for him. He was really ungainly. The graft he's put in is unbelievable. The improvement in him, even in the last 2 or 3 years, has been unbelievable. Never mind at the start. You want to put money on fight where he's at now and where he's going to go to. I promise you. Because if he beats the Scottish boy on Saturday, Stuart Burt, sorry, I like Stuart Burt. He's a nice bloke as well. We've got there's never any hard feeling. He's going to box the British title, or he's going to box the Conor Benn. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, the sky's the limit after Saturday.
It's all about Saturday night, isn't it?
Write a fucking book.
I want to change the subject a little bit. I mean, obviously this is a great relationship.
Make the film.
I'll get Henry to do that.
Oh, he's good though, isn't it?
I'll get Henry to do that. I'll do the cameras sort of work. Henry can do the direction and all this sort of stuff. But I've got to ask you, Anthony.
Yeah.
His fucking fashion sense. What the? I mean, look at this jumper. Show him the jumper.
I've had this longer than I know.
I tell you something, that's what makes Dave, because the fights that he's been in, the money that he's earned from fights, he don't change, and that's the reason why people like him. You know what I mean? They like him because he's Dave Allen. You know what I mean? He don't get arrogant. He's not stuck up or anything like that. This is Dave, like, you know.
This is Dave.
And this is the reason why everybody loves him.
That's the name of the film there.
Yeah.
And some people think that I put it on. I don't put it on. No. I just like a jump all the time.
I can vouch for that.
I don't. There's nothing at all put on. I've always been like this. The only time I look cool is sometimes, you know, when I'm buying something, he buys 2 of them and I get the same thing. When I bought Still and White, we got a matching tracksuit and that. Yeah, and I wear that sometimes.
You know, skin fade or that.
When I saw him in that, I looked at him and I thought, why don't you get me one of them?
pull that off though?
Probably
You
not,
could-
but
you
I'd
could
wear
pull
it.
it-
I'd wear
you
it.
could pull it off,
I
yeah.
don't give a fuck.
could
I'd
pull it
wear it anyway.
He'd pull the one off what I'm wearing tomorrow. I'm wearing a yellow one. A yellow one, all bang saying you like your
like
bright
that.
colours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you something though. Machino shorts on. They're not cheap. Them.
Machino
They're not
shorts.
cheap.
They're not cheap. You got about 4 pairs of them, and Gucci.
Versace.
Versace, was it Versace?
You know what? After I bought price, I bought a bit of expensive clobber. And I still look a trump.
Honestly, that is
True.
exactly why we love you. That's exactly why we
True,
love
because you know what? I struggle with shoes. What do you wear? Because I wear these with anything, jeans. I don't understand all. I can't wear shoes, certain like brown shoes. You know, like brown shoes.
Yeah.
Like
Like
they're called brogues.
The
You'll know
brogues are
better.
loafers, yeah. Brogues is like the more.
I'm just not that guy.
Yeah.
I'm trainers, shorts, a jumper.
Will we ever see you in a suit at a press conference?
No, because every time I wear one, I get beat.
is that the thing?
That's not so fact. Dylan White, David Price.
Ah, there you go.
Never again.
There you go. You would like to add anything extra, Dave?
I would actually, yeah.
Go ahead.
I would, yeah. Because between me and Ant, we've got more people helping us out, sponsors and all that, than you can shake an absolute stick at. So, Ant, if you'd like to go first, while I get the list up, that'd be fantastic.
So
He doesn't know who's sponsoring him.
yeah, so my sponsors, I've got Goose Lane Clinic that I've been today, done all my final preparations and that today. I've got Payment Care, we're a massive sponsor that helped me financially. That keeps me in gym, but I can be in constantly. I've got. Oh
You want to put up the list?
yeah, no, I don't need to pull up
And
this.
tell them about your modelling as well.
Oh yeah,
You're a model now.
I will get. I'm getting to it. Yeah.
Look at this little guy here. And you were coming in as well, Andy Pura.
Yeah, no, and another massive one that I've just got on board is Flown It Modelling Agency down in Wolverhampton, and that's made a massive help for us. And
The panty dropper.
The panty dropper.
You know.
Andy the panty dropper Tomlinson.
Dave the Daddy.
Papi de la Daddy.
Yeah.
Have you got your list up yet, Dave?
I'm ready.
You go.
So basically, what it is I've got two on board that have been on board since just before price and just after, and they mean the world to me because they stuck with me after price fight. One got on board after price fight. That's Signature Resin Flooring, and I do know the name of them off by heart, but I want to get it correct because I'm only going to get one go at it. Signature Resin Flooring, Paul. You know when people sponsor me, I've had these two I'm going to mention out. They become my friends. My friends, they come today. The actual friends that come to my house and stay over at my house, we go like, I'm like that, you know what I mean? So Signature Resin Flooring, the best resin flooring in Yorkshire and beyond. Also Core, that's Lee. Me, I've been at Lee, before Lucas Brown, this is a true story. This is Core, C-O-R-E. The website is www.core.com. I hope it is.
You hope it is.
But Core, there's the thing for it. They're like a chemical. He's like a chemical genius scientist, man. And let me tell you something about Lee. More importantly than being a sponsor or whatever. He helps the box to keep going, but he's more than that to me. When 7 weeks before Lucas Brown, before I met Darren, I was in my house, literally pulling my fucking hair out. I was on a great rough time of it. I held my son up in some bird's house, and I didn't leave the house for 4 days having a right bad. I didn't even speak to Stanley for 4 days. Anyway, and I rung him and I said, Lee, look mate, I'm having a bad time of it. He took me into his house for 6 days. His daughter gave me a bedroom and I stayed there and I got myself straight and narrow. Then I got in contact with Darren. So more than that, but I have to mention it anyway as well, obviously. But yeah, thank you. And they know I appreciate him because I've got a real love for him anyway. You know what I mean?
This is shit in a bowl.
Fuck that.
Like that's what you eat before fight night.
I'd rather
Before the weigh-in.
This is
even.
fight night, and I'm eating this. This is how you know that I've done weight right, because a lot of people won't be eating that. And look at this.
I'd rather be 80 and never know. Straight line as well. Now this is a very new one. He's come on board with me and the boys. He wants me to continue the work I'm doing with the boys.
Yeah.
And he's also an horse racing owner. He knows his shit. You know what I'm saying? He's smart, and I love horses. So it's a great combination. But he's come on board with the boys as well, not just me.
Yep.
It's expensive looking after them, especially with Jay, his fat bastard. Brick Cab as well, they was going to get on board for the Newcastle fight with them at www.ukcabins.com. Also, Fossil Heating and Engineering. Sorry, Monty. Monty be like one of my best mates, but he's not a very good plumber anyway, is he?
Yeah, I'm
we'll not go into it anymore, but Fossil Heating and Engineering as well. And I'm so grateful for all of them. Because not only do they make it possible, I could box without sponsorship, really. You know what I mean, with the fights and that coming up and all that. But not only do they help me out, because they do, but with the fucking boys, you know what I'm saying? Massively, all of them. And all the ones I've just mentioned, keep Jay McFarlane going, keep Danny Maroon going, keep Lee going. And Paul, I'm really grateful for all of them. And like I say, they're my friends more than that, they become my friends. You know, I'm like I'm supposed to shit. And the fourth one, Lee and Paul, I guess, as well, And another one I'll mention, Tom as well, who sponsored me from 2017 for a couple, 2 or 3 years. And more than that, give me a lot of knowledge, that man as well. I know you watch it, Tyler Durden, that's his real name, Fight Club, because he always says to me I'm not real, but I know he's real, he must be real to talk to him. Do you know what I mean? So but yeah, that's, I appreciate him. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My shirt's getting picked up tomorrow. I need to get someone to print something on my shorts and all.
Because you're going to pitch somebody from Sheffield to print something on your shirt?
Yeah, I guess so. Because it's competition, when anyone who wins the competition gets to print my shorts for free.
There you go. Well, we'll put it out there. We'll put that on IFL. Anthony.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
No, I'm a handshaker.
Left hand as well.
Yeah, I'm a handshaker.
And up there.
I'm not really one of them.
Give me a fist bump, man.
I can't.
Do it.
I'm not into that.
Do it.
No.
Hey Dave, as always, thanks for this fight. Thanks for this fight for
Thank you.
TV. Anthony, good luck on Saturday night. David, good luck on Saturday night, and I'll see you at the weigh-in, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks very much.